Yo, welcome to another episode of Empire Jeff TV. I am your host, Empire Jeff, coming to you on a Monday afternoon from Los Angeles, California, trying to fight this voice that I've been losing since Saturday night's Dodger game. And, you know, full day of football and baseball yesterday. So my voice is a little more raspy, a little bit more scratchy. It's going in and out. So I'm going to do my best here to try to get through this show. My voice not completely disappearing on me, but appreciate you guys tuning in. Not my normal time, not my normal segment that I do here, but there's a lot of talk going on within the NLDS here between the Dodgers and Padres in an event that happened in yesterday's game. And I just wanted to touch on it because I do believe that it is kind of foolish, kind of the insinuation that was made. I'm not a guy that typically, I'm not a fan that dislikes Manny Machado like most Dodger fans do. I think he's an incredible talent. I think he's an incredible player. I think sometimes a little bit misunderstood. He is annoying at times. Don't get me wrong. He's not perfect. He's no angel, and he can be a punk, but a lot of guys can. But at the end of the day, I feel like when it comes to Manny, they only diss him and never give him credit for anything. And he's a credible ball player. So just get that out the way. But I think he's being an idiot here. I think he's being foolish here. And I think he's being disrespectful. But at the same time, I know why he's doing it. I understand why he's doing it. Manny's out here trying to change the narrative for himself. Getting everything out there, getting the troops rallied around him in the dugout and doing all this stuff. He's been very crafty, and you got to give him credit for that. But outside of that, there's no way that Jack Flaherty intentionally hit Tatis in a playoff game when they're losing. It just doesn't make sense to do so. Flaherty is not known for that. Flaherty's control was a mess yesterday. That home run that Tatis got him in the first inning, he wasn't being able to locate his pitches. He was trying to get him off the plate a little bit, come inside on him there. It got away from him. And just like many pitches that were intended to be in certain locations that didn't land there, that led to home runs by the Padres and led to big hits, it was that same type of lack of location that ended up with Tatis getting hit on that pitch. But for anyone to insinuate that Flaherty or anyone would intentionally hit a ball player there is kind of bush league in my opinion. And like I said, I'm not a guy who typically bashes Manny like the majority of Dodgers Nation does. But this one I'm gonna, because that one is going a little bit too far. You've also got, the Padre fans getting out here, taunting Dodger Stadium fans, taunting Dodger players, getting out here. Look, we've had a rivalry with the San Francisco Giants forever. We've never seen that from their players, right? We've seen them get into it with our players. We've seen trash talk go back and forth with players. So like the Flaherty and Manny thing, that's not totally abnormal. But we've never seen Giants players openly taunt the Dodger fans like that and kind of rile up whole sections. Now, let's backtrack a little bit. I touched on this on last night's post-game show where I talked about Profar made an incredible play. I'm not sure we'll see one like that again in these playoffs or for years. Incredible play. You got to give him credit for that. But immediately when he did that, he got caught up in the moment, right? And was kind of celebrating it. Now, I don't really have a problem with him celebrating a great catch. I don't have a problem with that. It's in the moment. He's excited. He just robbed the Dodgers of a major potential momentum swing. Maybe that takes Mookie out of his funk. Maybe it doesn't. He catches that ball. He comes down. And he's just kind of hopping around there. He doesn't say anything to the fans then. But then I have friends that were sitting in that section, and they basically told me he was chirping with them the whole game after that. The camera didn't catch that. We never saw that. But people who were sitting there caught it. And there's some clips online showing it, backing that up. So at the end of the day, you're over there taunting these fans. Then you go out there between an inning and you're warming up in the outfield, throwing the ball back and forth. And you do what most players do. They throw the ball into the stands to give it to the fans. But after you've been kind of just talking trash to them and firing them up, especially that section, the pavilion, that's a no-fly zone, man. You can't mess with them like that. You can't mess with them. That's the no-fly zone. You can talk to the section where you caught the home run. That's field level. That's different. That's a different type of fan. You can talk to the load section. You don't go out there and rile up the pavilion. It's not wise, right? Now, he throws the ball into the stands like a lot of players do, which is a good deed on behalf of the player. He could have just thrown it back to the ball boy and let our security and let them do whatever they wanted with the baseball. He threw it into the crowd to give it to someone. Now, typically, when there's a home run hit or something, then there's that whole throw it back thing. So you got that whole section who he's been talking trash to. He throws the ball in there like, we don't want this ball from you. So they just throw it back onto the field. Now, I can't, sorry, guys, I can't get up here and pretend to know like I knew the intent of the fan. I don't know if the fan was trying to hit him. I don't know if he was just trying to throw it in his direction, or I don't know if he just chucked it and it landed where it landed. I don't know that. I can't act like I do. But at the end of the day, he reacted to that as if the fan threw it at him directly. And while I never will condone anything being thrown on the field, baseballs being thrown back onto the field has become a thing and has been tolerated in baseball. So unless Major League Baseball makes a rule where they don't allow the throw it back baseball, that has become kind of part of the play. Like it's become part of baseball. Now, fans probably shouldn't throw it in the direction of a player when his back is turned, because if you do hit them, it's not ideal. No one wants to see that happen. But at the same time, Profar goes ballistic. He overreacts and all that, right? And then you have like I said, the Manny moment. He's going back and forth. Flaherty tells him to sit down and shut the F up. Then between innings, we got this in the we don't really get how to see what happened between that inning, right? So he's talking with Manny. Manny goes back to the dugout, and you can read the lips. He tells him to shut the F up, MF, right? And Manny's like, I don't let no one talk to me like that. I don't care who it is, right? Basically, I don't know who started it. I don't know if it was Manny staring him down and he told him to get out of here and sit down. I don't know if Manny said something to him that led to Flaherty reacting that way, right? So between innings, I guess Manny, when on the field out there, he rolls or kind of tosses. I doubt he threw a ball into the Dodgers dugout, but I guess he rolled the ball into the Dodgers dugout to kind of irk on Flaherty, right? So Flaherty and all that gets up, and they kind of come back from commercial, and you saw Flaherty standing at the top of the dugout going back and forth with Manny, and Manny's like, I'll meet you. But Flaherty got to tell his side of the story, where he's basically like, this guy rolled the ball into our dugout. We didn't see that live. And he's like, the cameras only showed the end of it. They didn't show what he did. But remember, there's a part where the umps go over and they warned, and they did they gave the ones like, you've been warned, to each dugout. Now we know why. And Dave Roberts got upset and started throwing a fit. Probably it was the only time during the game I saw him do that. But that's what happened. That's why the umps were like that, is because they'd already had enough and they were trying to gain control. Then you had the fan situation. You had fans upset with the fan in the field level for not knocking that ball away from Profar. And like I said, us as fans, we are kind of programmed to not interfere with the ball player when the ball is in play, because you'll get kicked out. Most fans do not know that if the ball goes into the stands and the player comes into the stands, that you have every right to dislodge or knock that ball out of his glove. But then there's that fine line, right? That a fan could get mixed up and get overexcited and then reach into the field. So most fans will not even attempt to play on the baseball when a player is right there, because they don't want to end up all over SportsCenter for being an idiot, right? They don't want to end up getting blamed or something like that, right? So that guy didn't know. So Dodger fans are all rallying on him, get him out of here, never allowed back to a game again. Like, at the end of the day, like, his hand was in there, but like, he literally could have just smacked the ball out of his hand after getting got away with it, but he probably did not know that. He didn't know that, right? So you have that. And then you have, okay, they throw the ball at Profar, but the part that's really stupid, because the throwing the ball at Profar thing, like I said, I kind of understand that. Baseball has a thing with throwing the ball back. The thing with everyone throwing stuff on the field in Tatis's direction, even though he was being a troll, the fake tears, wagging his tongue, laughing, doing all this stuff. Look, I was there in game one. There were so many people talking trash to him, calling him all kinds of names under the sun. So if the fans are going to do that, which happens at every ballpark, Dodger fans do it to opposing players, opposing teams do it to Dodger players. That is normal sports fan behavior. And all Tatis does was smile and point at his, like, I mean, at some point, like, if you dish it, you got to take it. And I'm not just saying that. I'm just saying, if it was a Dodger player that did it to another fan base, if you got a fan base out there just giving it to Mookie Betts, just talking trash, disrespecting him, and he does like the fake tears things on his cheek there, I feel like he should be able to do that, right? That's just me. You're out there talking all the endless trash in the world. So whether it's a Dodger player or another player, I just don't like about baseball is how anyone who does anything to kind of throw shade at that or kind of get back at it gets labeled the villain. And I'm not, whether it's Tatis, whether it's Bryce Harper, whether it's anyone out there in right field, center field, left field, the first baseman, third baseman, whatever, whoever it is that's doing it, if the fans are being disrespectful, calling them all kinds of things, and they just do something like that, to me, that's just in the game. That's in the game. Players jawing at each other, going back and forth. This is nothing new. You had the Manny Machado versus Gratterall and Muncy thing in 2020. This is nothing new, right? But the Padres, this is a good team. This is a very good team. And, going back and forth with them and all of this, they can actually back up their talk right now. And they did yesterday. They absolutely did yesterday. And you just have to sit back and hope that it was just them getting hot in one game, that they went ballistic in one game, and they got it out of their system, because they were seeing absolute red. And, Shohei, Mookie, we'll see what's up with Freddie, Teo, all these guys got to get it together. I've been telling you guys, the Dodgers are going to have to score north of 4 pretty much this entire series to have a chance to win. But the fact that their starting pitching over 2 games has given up 10 runs and their staff in general has given up 15 runs in 2 games, that is not going to get it done. That's putting way too much pressure on your bats, constantly coming from behind, constantly scrapping back, constantly trying to fight back into the game. You can't put your bats in that position. At the same time, the bats have to be supportive of the pitching as well. You can't score 2 runs. So one hand washes the other. And it maybe that if that home run is not caught by Profar and it's 1-1, who knows what that does to that game, right? Who knows? Who knows what that does to Mookie and the funk that he's in right now? Who knows? Who knows? Maybe that changes Darvish's thought process, how he approaches the lineup. Who knows? Maybe that base is loaded situation with no outs. Maybe he's feeling the pressure there instead of just kind of just gingerly going about it and giving up that one run on a sac fly and getting out of it. I mean, one doesn't know, right? But we do know that it would have been a run and it would have been tied. And that's what happened in game one. Padres go up 3-0. Dodgers tie it 3-3. Padres go up again. Dodgers come back. And then the Dodgers eventually take the lead and hold on. It was starting to feel early like it was going to be that type of game again. And then everything just fell apart and everything went off the tracks, went south in a hurry. And we had all kinds of drama. We had all kinds of nonsense. But Manny out there talking like Flaherty hit Tatis on purpose, I think is stupid. I think it's stupid. I think it's reckless. I have seen pitchers hit players on purpose. It does happen. It absolutely does happen. But in a playoff game and that type of situation, there's no way that was intent. And that wasn't intentional. That was not his intent. Manny knows that, I believe. But Manny's just playing the game here. He's just playing the game here. And I get why he's doing it. You know what I mean? I get why he's doing it. You know, he gathered with Profar in the field, started screaming at him to calm down. He gathers the dugout together, right? He's out there starting some stuff and then trying to get his guys to calm down, right? But at the end of the day, Manny is an incredible player. He always has been. He always will be. A lot of people don't like his personality. A lot of people didn't like when he was on the Dodgers. It didn't hustle and did stupid stuff, some dirty stuff. I understand it. I said it then. A lot of Dodger fans were defending him, saying that he wasn't being Bush League, trying to spike someone at first base when he was. And then, you know, I kind of always knew what Manny was, right? He's kind of known for that. But at the same time, he is an incredible player. He's an incredible player. And I've seen Manny do a lot of great things. I've seen Manny do a lot of great things for players on other teams. Like I said, I've spoken about what he's done for Gavin when he was going through his rehab. There's a lot of things that he's done. But Manny just gets himself into stuff, and he brings that on himself. But he's an incredible player. But I think he is being stupid with his statement that Flaherty hit Tatis on purpose. And he basically says, you know, he's hitting our best hitter because he's hitting home runs off him. Shohei Ohtani's the best player in the world, on the planet, and we're not out there trying to hit him. We're trying to get him out. And so they're basically saying that we're not throwing at Shohei even though he was killing us, but you're throwing at Tatis because he's killing you. And you're playing with fire when you say things like that. You can't say things like that because when you accuse a man of intentionally trying to hit someone or hurt someone, those are serious accusations. And you shouldn't be doing that, because I don't believe anyone. I don't even think I don't even think anyone of the Dodgers believes, sometimes teams, no, go hit that dude, right? like that. But I don't even think anyone of the Dodgers was like, oh yeah, let's go hit this guy, right? But again, I get what the Padres, it's a tense series, and they're trying to make this kind of bigger than it is, and they're trying to make the situation bigger than it is, and they love playing the villain role, and they really want to be a rival to this Dodger team, and they're doing everything they can, and quite frankly, everyone's kind of playing into it. This team does want to be the villain. This team does want a rivalry. Like, it's not really real from a rivalry perspective, but they are a villain here, and they are a very good baseball team. And if the Dodgers do not get their stuff together quickly, if these arms don't settle down quickly, if these bats don't find some life quickly, then this is over in 4. And once again, we're sitting here in early October, counting down the days till catchers and pitchers report in February in Arizona for spring training. And that is going to be absolutely frustrating, annoying, disappointing. And we're just tired of it. We're tired of it. Why does it every time we get to the postseason, our arms are just non-existent? What do we got to do? What do we got to do to get past this? Do they go and spend another ton of money this offseason on pitching? And does that pitching stay healthy? And does that pitching fall apart when they get to the playoffs? Because look, Flaherty had been solid, but he had some rough starts. And he came in, like I said, Yamamoto gave up 5. Flaherty gave up 5. Yamamoto out there tipping pitches. Flaherty is notoriously known for having bad first innings. He's also notoriously known for being able to get out of jams. But once this Padre team started seeing red, it was just all downhill from there. And they were just teeing off. Like I said, it was batting practice. It was over. And if you're the Dodgers, game 3 starter, and who's ever backing them up in the pen, we need an out-of-body experience from them in game 3. And the bats have to go dummy. We need to score at least 6. Defense needs to be perfect. Starting pitching needs to be competitive. And the bullpen needs to be great. We need to get game 3. We have to get game 3. Now, series isn't over if we lose game 3. But if they come in game 3 and have anything close to what game 2 is, and they got a closeout game at home on Wednesday, then the Dodgers would be in a heap of trouble. And this is exactly what they need to try to prevent. And it needs to be, go get this win tomorrow. Go get this win tomorrow. And here's the thing. This team, I'm not giving up on this team. No way. I still believe this team can go. Look, I think this team can go in and get 2 in San Diego. I think they can. I think they're capable. But what this team can do and what they are capable of, will that translate to the field is my question. I absolutely think they can. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I absolutely think they can. Now, will they? That is the question. That's the question. And only the Dodgers, who are on the field to play, can answer that question. So once again, thank you guys for tuning in to Empire Jeff TV. I am your host, Empire Jeff. Thank you for being here in the middle of the day here on a Monday. Drop a like on the video if you have not done so already. And please subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. You can also become a member to the channel. We got 3 different tiers of membership. For less than the cost of lunch, you could become a member for an entire month. Great way to support the channel. Great way to give back to the channel. 3 different tiers here. Member-only videos, some vlogging, some giveaways for members. And like I said, it's a great way to support the channel. Shout out to all the people who are members already. We appreciate you. And thank you. Also, if you do any of your shopping on Fanatics and you get your MLB, NBA, NFL gear or more at Fanatics, make sure to use our link. Or even if you don't shop at Fanatics, come on over to Fanatics and use our link to get special discounts. And your purchase also helps support the channel, because we partnered with the good people at Fanatics. And when you take care of them by ordering through them via our link, then they help take care of the channel. So if you do order from Fanatics or you order from NBA.com, MLB, NFL, wherever it is, it's basically the same thing. Go ahead and use our link. It's here in the chat. It's posted in the description, as well as the link to become a member. Go ahead and place your orders with Fanatics with our link. Your order experience will not change. The only difference is you get some fly gear at a pretty good price, and they take care of us. Appreciate those who have done so already. All right, let's see what's going on here. We got one moving guy saying trade Mookie. Trade Mookie. Y'all crazy, man. Daniel Barry says, hey, everyone. What's going on, Daniel? Appreciate you. Controversial Man says, that beat go hard. Reminds me of Rap City in the basement. Big Tigger on the 1s and 2s. It takes me back. Yeah, man. I got a lot of cool intro beats, man. I got a lot more for some shows I'm bringing this season. So every show that I have, so like Dodgers have its own intro, the Lakers have its own intro, EPJ Sports Night's going to have its own intro, and some of the other segments and shows that I'm going to have on this channel, they all have their own intro, and I think you guys are going to like all of them. Roy, what's going on, sir? I appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you're having a great day, man. Craig, same as you. Hope you're having a great day. Thank you for tuning in. Roy says, I feel we have addressed the fans' misconduct enough. Here is a bigger, more important question. Who is going to be the leader in the locker room? Who will get the players back on track and focus? I think you're right, Roy. I think you're right. I just think it was just a talking point, so just had to cover it for a little bit. But I do think, yeah, it has been talked about enough. We need to talk more about what's happening on the field and what's not happening on the field, which is production, right? We need to talk about that. I feel like the Dodgers need to be a little bit more aggressive. I think they need to. My biggest thing with the Dodgers the last couple of postseasons is them forever waiting on their pitch or trying to work counts. Before you know it, these pitchers get so far ahead of them in the count because they know that's their strategy and that's their approach. The Dodgers need to start trying to ambush pitchers. That's exactly what they need to do. And if they strike out as a result of that, so be it. They're doing it anyways, right? So switch things up a little bit. Get these guys to start questioning their strategy. Get them uncomfortable. Let them feel the stress and the pressure. Start ambushing these guys, right? Out the gate. That first pitch fastball, send it. Hit it hard. If it's an out, it's an out. But make them think about what that first pitch is going to be. And no free strikes, man. No free strikes. That's what you got to do. You got to do that. You got to go after them. This is a team that is very heavy contact. Talk about the Padres. They're very good at contact. They don't strike out a ton, especially in the leadoff position with the Rise. He's great, top tier, right? They go after you. They're aggressive. They put the bat on the baseball often, which puts stress on your pitching, which puts stress on your fielding. You've got to kind of fight fire with fire in that. You've got to be aggressive too. Make their pitchers make mistakes, make them miss targets, and go after them. It just has to be that. Detroit Cleveland is 0-0 in the 6th. Yeah, let me put that game on. Actually, I had it on in the other room before I came in the back here. So let me make sure my TV's turned down here real quick. I'm gonna mute this real quick just to make sure the baseball game doesn't come blaring on loud. 1 second, guys. All right, there we go. I just had to make sure here because I was doing a stream one time and I turned on the TV and it was like blasting the Laker game. Like when it came on, I was like, oh man, I had to go back in and edit that out. So let me see what give me 1 second. Sorry for the delay here, guys. I should have had this game on already. Actually, I think what I was watching earlier was a replay of another game. Let me see. What channel, what network is this game on? All right, give me 1 second. I think it was TBS. Because I was watching earlier. I was watching actually the replay of the Yankees KC game. There we go. Yeah, it was TBS. Let me see. I saw a bit of this game earlier. Looking like a ball got right to the warning track here. So this game is big because the Guardians exploded in game 1, kind of cooled off Detroit there. But Detroit is here at top of the 7th in a 0-0 game. This would be a big game for Detroit to get. And then Detroit's going to get a chance to get their first home playoff game this season in game 3. So those fans are going to be excited for that. Let's see. Everyone's talking to each other. Lewis, what's going on, my brother? Appreciate you for tuning in. What's good, my brother Jeff? What happened to the Dodgers last night? Do you think the Dodgers will win tomorrow? What happened last night, man, is they got bullied. They got punked. They got embarrassed. And I think they can win tomorrow. Will they is a different story. I think the Dodgers are capable of winning 2 games in San Diego. And I got to tell you, man, I would much rather see them win in San Diego than in LA just to embarrass them in front of their own fans. That is going to be tough, and that is going to be very difficult, but it is possible. It is possible. Now, the sky was not falling after game 1, right? Everyone was sky high. We get killed yesterday in a game of baseball, which happens. You remember game 1 of the series when San Diego came in and they beat us with that triple play. What happened the next 2 games? Now, that was in LA, not San Diego. I'm hip to that. But at the same time, it's not like this can't happen. It's not like it can't happen. Roy says, it can't be Ohtani. He leads by example. It can't be Roberts, who only gives the same rah-rah speech. It must be a player who connects with the team. It's time to put your big boy pants up and get ready. Yeah. The thing is, Roy, it feels like a lot of these Dodger guys are just too good at guys. They're too nice. They don't have that one lunatic on this team. They don't have that Puig, right? They don't have that guy that's going to get out there and irritate the other team. These guys are friends with these guys on the other side. I mean, maybe not all of them, but like I said, you don't have that Puig guy that can be out there, talk trash and do stuff, who's fiery. Muncy can get cranky, but he usually doesn't start it. The Dodgers kind of need a guy like that. I don't know if it's Kike that can rile some stuff up. I don't know if Pages talks enough trash and he's a rookie, but Freeman's not going to, Shohei's not going to, Mookie's not going to, Taylor's not going to. These guys are just good guys, right? It's kind of not in them to do so, but you kind of need that guy that's going to talk a little bit of trash. Cody had that in him too. Cody would get out in front and center with some, with guys. You kind of need a couple of dogs on this team. You got Manny over there. He'll talk trash. You got Tatis. Like he'll try to rub it in your face. Profar is a trash talker. Like you got a lot of guys over there that talk their trash, and the Dodgers just kind of let it happen, right? They don't really react to it. So a leader, we do need a leader. And, typically and ideally, Freddie and Mookie, should come from them. You know, it was always talked about how great Hayward was in that role, but he wasn't going to give the production, right? So at the end of the day, it has to come from somewhere. And you're right, probably can't be Ohtani. And at this point, Roberts, you know, he's a pregame, postgame guy. He's not really an in-game guy when it comes to that. But we're going to need someone to light a fire under this team, and soon. Shermeezy TV, what's going on? Appreciate you. I don't like how the security was aggressive. Dodger Stadium security is always aggressive. I've had issues with Dodger Stadium security for doing nothing, just walking in or out of the stadium, did nothing. Something happened near me, and I got roped up into it as far as snagged up with everyone else. Got released because they went back and they look at video, and I had nothing to do with it. But it doesn't stop them from putting hands on you and dragging you and treating you like a bum. You know what I mean? When you did nothing. I've had, like, you know, when I'm pulling into the stadium and someone who's parking next to me is kind of nervous trying to park because they got you all packed in and they're rushing you, they're hurting you. And it was an older person and they struggled with trying to park. So I was giving them their space because they were scared. You can tell them, like, they felt the pressure of all the cars around them. So I backed off a little bit and I was going to get in my lane as soon as they had the freedom to get in theirs. And I got bum rushed by like two parking attendants and a security guy just like screaming at me. I'm like, bro, like, I'm letting the person park. Like, I'm not they may hit someone if they're nervous, and I don't want to get hit either. Right. So I basically told them, like, calm down, like, let them park and I'm going to get the spot, put the guy in the next spot. And they're like, you want to get kicked out? You want to get kicked? I'm like, so, you know what I mean? It's like triggered for nothing. Right. So yeah, I've had my share of it. Those guys act like prison guards. And don't get me wrong, there's been a lot of fans who have done stupid stuff to maybe force some of that extra aggression. But you don't need to be that level of aggression and that level of aggressive when there's clearly no threat. It was clear as day what I was doing in that situation. And I told them, I explained to them in detail, I'm just letting the person have their space. They look nervous. And these guys just went ballistic. I'm like, look, you can't kick me out. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm going to go park there. And if you want to go in and talk to your boss about this with me, let's go do it. You know what I mean? Like, but it's stupid. Like, it's stupid. He said, yeah, he did. Roy says, in the military, failure is not an option and no second chances. Just lucky this is baseball. At least you live to play another game. Go Dodgers. Facts. Yeah, I mean, pro sports and a service member or military are obviously two totally different things that will never be confused with the same thing. Miguel, what's going on, Miguel? Appreciate you tuning in. Man, it's October, Mookie, but it's still hot out here. California, I don't know how it's bad. It's so cold. Just kidding. Hope he steps up. Yeah, you know, it's frustrating, man. Mookie's my favorite player. And I still believe in him. You can call me crazy. You can call me stupid. You can call me whatever. You can call me delusional. I've just seen him do too many great things. You know, obviously I'm frustrated with him as well. I'm disappointed in him as well, but no more than he is in himself, you know, no more than he is, you know, the pressure he puts on himself. Great guy, great human being, great person, likable. No one can say a bad thing about him, about him as a person, as a man. But Mookie is entering a dangerous area where he's going to allow people to have validity in the things they say about his postseason performances. And I hate that for Mookie, man. I do. But I can't sit up here and act like it's not a thing. I've never acted like it's not a thing. I just continue to act like I still believe in him. He's too great of a player. I've seen a lot of people try to compare it to D'Lo and the Lakers. It is not the same thing. D'Lo is like a fourth or fifth option, right? On a good team. D'Lo doesn't play any defense. D'Lo doesn't give you multiple layers. Mookie can go 0 for 30 and still be a Gold Glove. Like, he can still throw someone out at the plate. Like, Mookie can still contribute to winning without hits. Now, it's not ideal at this time of the year or for this long of a stretch, but that comparison is kind of wild to me. However, he's got Shohei in front of him. When Freddie's healthy, he's in back of him. He doesn't have the excuses of years before where, you know, before he had Freddie and now, you know, when he just had Freddie. You know, you got Shohei in front of you. You got Freddie and Teo behind you. Like, I can't sit up here and make an excuse for Mookie because I don't even know what the excuse would be. And Mookie's not trying to make excuses for Mookie, right? It is absolutely frustrating. If you saw his post game in the locker room, you can see it on him. You can see it in him. And then when you feel like you got a pitch, you got it, you hit it out, and then Profar catches it, that's demoralizing, man. That's tough. But he's a pro. He's a professional. He's got to be able to rally back from this. And like I said, and like I have said, if you want to shut up the Padres, you have to beat them. And if Mookie wants to shut up his critics, he has to hit the baseball. He has to hit the baseball. He has to. And I know that. He knows that. The team knows that. Like I said, he's my favorite player, but he is not escape from blame. He is not excused from criticism. However, having said that, I will also say that to strictly blame everything on Mookie is naive as well. To sit here and act like the Dodgers lost yesterday's game simply because of Mookie would be foolish. To sit here and say that if we lose this series is strictly because Mookie is also foolish. But he would definitely be part of the reason why, for sure. Absolutely. Lewis says, get the likes up and subscribe to the channel if you are new, and tell a friend or a family member out about the channel. Appreciate you, Lewis. Absolutely. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. Drop a like on the video if you have not done so already, man. We greatly appreciate it. We are Empire Jeff TV, and I am your host, Empire Jeff, here on a Monday, man, talking some Dodger baseball. Probably drop a Laker video later tonight. We got the Dodgers and Padres game 3 at Petco Park in San Diego tomorrow night, which is drastically and rapidly approaching what feels like a must win for the Los Angeles Dodgers, which is a must step up game for their starting pitching, which is a must wake up game for the Dodger bats. And at the end of the day, we're going to see what this team is. We're going to see what they're made of, and we're going to let the chips fall where they may. You know, we have no say in this. We just sit back and watch. And I'm just hoping that we get to sit back and watch a Dodger win tomorrow and a Dodger win on Wednesday, and we close this thing out in San Diego. And I don't care what you call me. I'm telling you, I'm here to tell you right now that it is very possible for the Dodgers to go in and win 2 games in San Diego and wrap this series up. I'm telling you this. It's very possible. Anyone who's given up on that, you have your right to your own opinions. But this series is not over. It's not. I'm not guaranteeing that this is going to happen. But to think they have no chance at it, you're wrong. What's going on, Carlos? How you doing, man? Appreciate you for tuning in. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well, man. Trying to catch up to these chats here. If the Dodgers don't win the World Series, is Roberts out? Is it Shermeezy? I don't know, man. I'm starting to say no, just for the simple fact that Andrew Friedman came out recently and kind of spoke on that and say how they go about evaluations, and they say they evaluate everything, including the players. And from what I took from that, it felt like if the Dodgers do go out early, that it will be on the players and not the manager. But we'll see. We'll see. I mean, if it's to the Padres again and they lose 3-1 and the bats are just dead again and the arms are blown up, what do you do to blame him for that? Right? If the arms didn't deliver and the bats didn't deliver, I don't know how you blame him for that. However, maybe it's time to just make a change because it'll be his 9th year and there's only one World Series won out of it. But if I had to guess right now, I would say no, just for the simple fact that I think that he is part of the fabric of that organization. I think he is their guy, and I think it would have to be blatantly 100% his fault for them to even consider doing it. So I don't think so. But, who knows what the future holds, and we will see. We will see. Craig says, put a net up to block the fans. Yeah, they're not going to do that, man. One Peruvian guy, what's up, man? Do you just get kicked out or banned from the stadium? It depends. It depends. If you run onto the field, you get banned. If you disturb the gameplay, you get banned. Now, It doesn't mean that they'll spot you if you come back. You get banned, and if you get caught in there when you're banned, you can get into more trouble. But it depends, man. It depends what you do. It depends what the severity of it is. It depends how big the problem was. Dodger Stadium has a jail in it. And they have a jail in it. And how I know that is a whole other story, but they have a jail in it. And, it's LAPD is on site and you get arrested right there. It's like its own jail inside of Dodger Stadium. And when you find yourself in that jail, it's like finding yourself in any other jail. And some of these guys, they never get welcome back. Let's see. It might be Phillies Padres again. Don't sleep on these Mets, man. Don't sleep on the Mets. They going back. It's funny. You got the Dodgers going into San Diego 1-1, and everyone's thinking the Padres got them cooked. But the Mets are going back to New York with them up 1-1, and everyone thinks Philly still got it. It's crazy, right? I think Philly has a chance, obviously, no doubt. But I do think that it's going to be the Mets still. Craig says security and a lady fan sat in her seat ducking. Yeah. Trey Sweeney is a good shortstop, but you had to give to get someone in the trade, right? And they had to get the pitcher they needed in Flaherty. You had to make that move. You had to get him, and that's what it took. If we lose in 4, is Roberts out? I just touched on that, but again, I don't think so unless there's something done that they blatantly blame on him. Get a new manager. Okay, so you guys are catching up to that point. I touched on that. They are going to respond to this. What's going on, Eric? I think they're going to too. I think they're going to. But like I said, I am someone who still believes this team will win. I'm someone that still believes they will go into Petco and get minimum of 1 game there, and I think they could get 2. I just think they can. Will they? That remains to be seen, but we'll have to wait and see on that. Will Freddie play? Don't know. They have not announced that, but he better. PC says he better play. Yeah, that's what I just said. We got is this a double here for the Pirates, or is that a long single? Nope, that's a double there. Double there for the Pirates. 1 out in the top of the 8th. They got a runner in scoring position here, man. Here come the Tigers. Here come the Tigres. BC says, I think if they weren't so bad yesterday, he leaves Freddie in. I agree with you. It's probably, I was sitting there yesterday. You get him out. They were bad. Get him out of there. You basically have 48 hours of rest before he has to play the next game in San Diego. That's important time when you got an ankle injury. So I agree with you. I think he does play. Mookie better break his 3-year playoff hit drought. Enough is enough. I agree, BC. I agree. Let's see. People talking to each other. Let me mind my business. Lux, Edmund are our leading hitters right now in terms of average. And that's not going to get it done. That's not going to get it done. That is unacceptable. Unacceptable. Way too much money spent, way too much star power, way too much firepower for that to happen, right? That should not happen. That should not be allowed to happen. But it is. And this is something that needs to be addressed and needs to be handled. And then these players need to right this ship. They need to correct it. Remember the Labor Day massacre between the Celtics and Lakers? Lakers responded and won the chip. Dodgers need to respond and kick butt. Let's go. Yeah, man, this series right now, even though it's a 5-game series, this series reminds me of those Lakers-Kings days. This reminds me a little bit of 2002, right? Everyone thought, the Lakers were the returning champions, even though the Dodgers are not. The Kings had home court advantage in that series. Everyone was picking Sacramento. The Lakers won game 1 in that series, lost game 2, lost game 3, was about to lose game 4. Then that Ori 3, I said Ori 3, right? And they go to game 7 and the Lakers go to overtime and win that game. But it took everything. And this kind of reminds me of that time. Will the San Diego Padres be the Sacramento Kings, a team that just came to the surface there but never got it done and gets remembered as one of the best teams to never win one? Hopefully for the Dodgers, right? Okay, I touched on that already, and I've answered that. Tigers in Cleveland, 7-7. Okay, let's see. Tigers in there, 2 outs, man. Still runner on second. I'm pulling for the Padres. Padres. Yeah, I'm pulling for the Tigers here too. Our favorite Dodger hater announcer. He said, "Go Royals." Royals are good, man. They're going to be good for a while, man. If we would have got Scooble too, man, he's just too expensive. I think the Dodgers go after a guy like Crochet. I think the Dodgers will be in the market for someone like a Blake Snell, Corbin Burns. Some of these guys. Obviously, Max Fried, who got lit up by the Padres. I don't know if he's an ideal guy to right the ship, a guy that you can sign and think, okay, this guy puts us over the top if the arms are the problem. But a Blake Snell, a Crochet, I don't know if they're looking to make a move for a Scooble now, right? But with Padres making the playoffs now, don't think that is going to happen. It's going to be very expensive. But the Dodgers need to go and get that guy. They need that guy. And especially when you got Glass now with his injury history, waiting for Yamamoto to develop there, what he can be. Don't know if Flaherty's back, depending on how he performs. Right now, I'd have to say he probably doesn't come back with this. If this is the pitcher we're going to have in the postseason, there are guys out there you can trade for, right? I think Crochet would be someone to keep an eye on. But again, this guy we don't know what he is in the playoffs, right? We need to go get a guy that we know that can perform in the playoffs, that goes out there and can deliver. This is what we need to get. Yankees and Royals after this game. Yep. What's going on, Big Baby? Appreciate you for tuning in, man. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe to Big Baby Sports. He got a channel over there on YouTube, man. Check him out. Who pitching for us tomorrow? I have not seen it be announced yet. I'm assuming it's going to be Buehler. But you still got Knack and you still got a bullpen game potentially. So with the day off, I would probably think it's going to be Buehler in game 3, which is nerve-rattling. Gratterall would be that guy if he wasn't injured. He would be. Yep. He talks a lot of trash. Hudson shushed the crowd in New York. Yeah, he did. And he had an inning yesterday where he gave up nothing. He literally has 0 playoff hits since turning 30. That's crazy, man. Really hoping, what's going on, Bridges? Really hoping the intensity makes Buehler rise. He's definitely the type of guy to stir it up. Yeah. And he has had Class A coming in here. He has had the knack. His camera angle is crazy. That's dope. He's had the knack for delivering in big games. And no time like the present. We absolutely need that from him tomorrow. Absolutely need that from him if he's the guy that ends up going. I kind of don't like how Ohtani chase on balls. He has to be smart. Yeah, so he was trying to, I don't like that either, but you also have to give credit to Darvish for the game that he had yesterday. Sometimes I feel like we sit here and act like the players that are struggling are the players that we're getting out, that it's all their fault, and give no credit to the guy who pitched a masterful game yesterday. And great pitching can always hurt great hitting, always, if they're locked in and they're on. And what Darvish did yesterday, and Shohei has not played great against you in the past. So while I do think that Ohtani did swing at some bad pitches, it's because he couldn't see them. He couldn't read them right. And so I think you have to give credit when credit is due. And I know that Dodger fans do not like Darvish. I understand that. But you have to give him credit in the game that he had yesterday and in the games that he has had against us in the past. He has dominated us of late. And, you got to give credit where credit is due. And the the Dodgers are going to have to adjust to that. Hello, comparing D'Lo to Mookie is whack. D'Lo mid, Mookie's Hall of Famer. Yeah, that's why I'm like, but narratives, man. The Tigers are going to, did he catch that? I don't think he caught that. Did he catch that? Hold on, guys. I don't think he caught that. Are you guys watching this live? I don't think he caught that. Oh, but this dude just ran to second in the midst of it and got tagged, even though there's nothing in play here. You guys watching this live? I showed this replay already, y'all. It looked like, I don't think he caught it. At least live, it didn't look like it. Let me see this. Hold on. Here comes the replay. He caught it. Oh my God. Hold on. That replay looked like he caught it. Holy. Like Oh, look at all these angles that they got. You can't, like, it was like perfect in the glove there. Let me see this angle. That first angle, anyways. Oh, wait. I can't tell if that's, hold on, this one will probably be better. If it hits if that's the glove or the ground. Oh my God. I think that's the glove. Maybe this angle. Hold on. Oh, this one's going to show the best. That's the glove. Oh my God. He caught that. Holy. And then that's not going to be able to be overturned, man. Like, that is way too close to overturn. The original call was an out, but I still think he caught it. Oh my God. You talk about like an inch, literally. Like Profar's catch yesterday. Yeah, out. Okay. The Profar catch yesterday, like if that ball is a foot longer, he doesn't catch it. Talk about right there in his reach. That's the same thing right here. Holy my God. What a play. What a play. Fans should dictate. Did I answer this one? Okay, yeah. Yeah. Comparing the Mookie to D'Lo is wild. These narratives run wild. I can't. Fans should expect a lot out of Mookie. They're dumb to expect a role player like D'Lo to be something he's not. Yeah, like I said, at best, D'Lo's a fourth or fifth option on a good team. Mookie Betts has been the best player in a World Series team. He's an MVP. He has 2 World Series championships. Putting Mookie and D'Lo in the same sentence. Now, there's some people who just understand he's saying that he's performing like D'Lo in the playoffs, right? Turns into D'Lo come playoff time. But at the same time, like he plays defense, though. Like, he does other things, and D'Lo doesn't. A better voice in the locker room, says Shermeezy. Yeah, they probably do need something like that. Everyone on this planet knew this was going to be a dogfight. I had the Dodgers in 4 or 5. Yeah, Miguel. Like I said, everything about the series had the makings of a 5-game series. I said that prior to it. The Tigers, man. Is Jeff part Colombian? No, I'm not part Colombian, man. He said for real. Lux Edmund making pennies. Yeah, compared to what these dudes are doing, man. Pittsburgh Tigers. Did I say Pittsburgh Tigers? Did I say that? Did I say that? I'm tripping if I did. Except the Lakers would never lose to them in the playoffs, let alone twice in a row. Yeah. Lakers 4-0 and the Kings in the playoffs. Yeah, true. Kasperius. Yeah. Oh, wait. Sorry, I was watching on my screen here. Darvish career ERA is more than 1 full run lower versus the Dodgers. Yeah, I mean, he's been, especially if you look at the last handful of games, he's been great against us, man. He has been great against us. Man, that was such a great catch, man. You have to give the Dodgers credit too, then, for making him look better than other teams. No, man, he just plays better against us. Quan guilty face. Now he caught that, man. Trey All Day, salute to you, brother. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you as always, man. Let's see. Everyone's looking at the part where they had, like, I thought it bounced when I saw it live. I just couldn't believe he got there with the glove and caught it. On the replay, it was too close. Yeah, he did catch that, man. Too close to overturn. Yep. But I agree. Yeah, too close to overturn. If it's called a catch, it's a base. If it's called not a catch, it's a base hit. Yeah. Wow, Quan clutch catch. That was huge. Live, I thought it bounced in front of him. Profar's catch was unimpressive. If any of those fans with the high ground had a glove and some balls, they reach over Profar and catch it first. It's on the fan side. I touched on that earlier, BC, and the only reason I say it's not is because there's confusion from a fan perspective to what you can and can't interfere with. They've all ever seen is guys who get in trouble for interfering with the field of play. Some fans don't even know that if the ball's in the stands and the player's there, that you can't do it. I know that rule, but a lot of fans don't. And so that's why if I was there, man, I would have pulled his glove off. You know what I mean? Like if I would have been there, I know the rule, but a lot of fans don't. And yeah, if he had a glove, then Profar doesn't catch that ball. Let's see. Yes, I don't know why I said Pittsburgh. No. Detroit Tigers. Detroit, what? Man, I'm tripping, man. Freddie Freeman getting hurt really hurts. What's going on, Joe? Yeah, that really hurts, and it sucks, and it's frustrating. Can't reach over the fence. Yeah, I know, but I said, like, a lot of fans don't know there's 2 different rules to that, BC. A A lot of fans think that you cannot interfere with a player at all because that's what you're always told. Oh man, sprayed it down the line there, but it was fair. Ryan, what's going on, Ryan? I just checked. The lineup is mostly around 200 average against King. Only Ohtani has a good stat against King. 6 for 14, 3 home runs. They also got King twice in the season, so there's hope. Yeah, and King is a very good pitcher, but again, good pitching can get hit in the playoffs. We've seen it in every round, right? We've seen it in every series. You can hit good pitching, but the problem is when you get up there and you take your time in the box and you're waiting for your pitch and you let good pitchers get ahead on you, 0-1, 0-2, 1-2, then they got a couple pitches to play with. Then that's when you're at their leisure at that point, right? That's why I've always said I feel the Dodgers need to become a little bit more of an ambush team in these scenarios and kind of catch them off guard because pitchers are looking for that first pitch strike against the Dodgers. And the Dodgers have the ability to take that away. Now you have them questioning their strategy and double thinking how to approach the Dodgers. They do that, and all of a sudden things may become a little bit easier for them. I know the rules. I'm 6'4", and he's not getting the ball. I'm just saying nastiest things to him too. No, I would too. Like I said, I would too. But I can't fault the fan for not knowing it. And again, we never see when a fan does good in the stands interrupting play. We only see when it goes bad. So fans are mostly programmed to stay out of that. School out now. Yep. God, that dude was incredible. He did everything. Facts. But yeah, man. Once again, this is Empire Jeff TV here coming to you on a Monday, discussing the Dodgers Padres series, heading back to San Diego, tied 1-1. You got the drama. You got the Manny Flaherty situation. You got the Profar and the fan situation, the Tatis and the fan situation, the Manny and everything situation, a Dodger fan situation, and it is going to be a wild house in Petco in that softball stadium there on tomorrow. So the Dodgers must rise to the occasion. They must play their best. They must be locked in. Pitchers have to do their damn job. The bats have to come in alive, start ambushing, put runs on the board early, put pressure on that team, put pressure on that bullpen, put pressure on the manager. Shut up those fans. Shut them up. Sit them down. Send them home unhappy. That's the assignment tomorrow, Dodgers. That is the assignment, man. Go get it done. We know you can. Go get both in San Diego. Send them home unhappy. Send them home crying, and make those fake tears become real tears for Fernando Tatis Jr. Get him out of there, man. On that note, I'm out of here for this show. I appreciate you guys tuning in early here on a Monday. I'll probably catch you guys back later tonight with a Laker video. Like I said, man, drop a like on the video if you have not done so already. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. Appreciate everyone over on Twitter as well. Y'all rock heavy with me on every show. Man, let's get this done, Dodgers. Let's get this done. Y'all have a good rest of your Monday. Enjoy the rest of your guys' week, and I'll probably catch you guys later tonight. Go Dodgers, and I'm out of here.